all good. We love a lurk. We love a lurk. I should be editing my redacted radio video right now, but I just got the sudden urge to stream, so that's why we're streaming. I should be editing because it is not done. We're not keeping to the Tuesday schedule. I'm gonna work on it tonight, but I don't think I have the energy to finish it and draw a thumbnail. I'm like, I'll just save it. Save it for Thursday. I miss streaming. I like having energy to stream when I can. Hey! Hello, gamers. How we doing? Welcome on into the stream. We got some more Ace Attorney Investigations collection. Let's go! Ace Attorney Investigations 2. Prosecutor's Gambit. Ooh. Very exciting, very exciting. And we've ran into a familiar face of the past. A face we have not seen in quite a while. Why is my chair off center? Hold on. My chair got pushed slightly left. It was bothering me. Ah, you. You. What does his apron say? Bow wow. What? He needs to stop moving. I need to read. Oh my god, he's got a glove in his pocket. He's got a glove. Were you at the scene of the crime? Oh, I said I was going to do research and remember what voice I gave him, and then I never did. Oopsie. Hello. Hello. Yes, hello. I hear you wish to speak with me. Not exactly the hardened criminal we were expecting, is he? Oh yeah, Edgeworth never met this man. He is a very incredibly hardened criminal. He got scared while robbing someone's house and then bludgeoned her to death. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I'm a public prosecutor. A prosecutor, you say? Ooh, Eddie. Eddie Fender. Attorney at law. What happened to being too scared to handle this? Listen, sorry about my pal here. He gets the weirdest ideas. Prosecutor indeed. That'll be the day. He's actually just an associate. Damn, we've been demoted. Jeez, Miles, get a grip, will ya? Ugh, he's right. I mustn't forget that I'm a defense attorney's assistant for the time being. Oh, that explains it. I did think you looked a little different from the prosecutor I spoke with yesterday. So he's already spoken to Winner. Would you mind answering a few questions? No, of course not. I'd be delighted. The name saw it. Frank saw it. Did you see this one too, Frank? The witness is all yours, my young associate. Sure, have the intern do everything. Why not? Mr. Sawit, you are no doubt aware that a murder took place yesterday. Would you mind telling us where you were at the time the body was found? Yes, I was in that workshop there, working as one might expect. What kind of work were you doing? Well, I'm actually retraining at the moment. I'm hoping to become a stylist, you see. A pet stylist, that is. Yes, so I've been studying hard and practicing every moment I can. An unusual field of study, befitting an unusual prison, I suppose. And that's it. I certainly didn't see anything. Whoa, he opened his eyes. Interesting. I've barely asked him anything at all, and he's already sweating bullets. He's got trauma. He's got being questioned trauma. So, yes, I'm afraid I won't be able to help you. Sorry. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Sawit, for this interview has only just begun. I mean, even if you were to ask me, You know something, don't you? No? That's... He's definitely hiding something. I'll need to push him a little harder if I'm to get any answers. Mind chess? Mind chess! The first step is to analyze the situation. Let's take a look at our opponent. Okay. Oh, I didn't see anything. I really can't help you, I'm afraid. Something tells me he'd be a good poker player. It's hard to tell much at all from his face. And I don't think he'll be giving me much in the way of physical cues either. I don't know about either of those statements. I feel like he cracked pretty easily. Like, very easily. I'll have to rely solely on his words instead. That's the only way I'll know what's going on underneath. Alright, time to make my first move. Let's see who we're dealing with here. He may be good at hiding his emotions, but everyone has a tell. Mind chess! Commence! What's your connection? Tell me, what's your connection to this incident? Which incident? The murder? I don't know. Maybe, perhaps? Oh, well, it has nothing at all to do with me. Nothing. Really? I wouldn't dream of getting involved in anything as ghastly as that. Well, you see, how can I put this? Well, I like to think of myself as an upstanding citizen. A good person, if you will. A good person? Do you know where we are? Yeah, a good person who's in prison. Forgive me, Mr. Sawit, but under normal circumstances, good people do not tend to end up in prison. That's... So you do well to tell me what you know about the incident. Especially in this universe? With this law system? So how many times do I have to tell you people? I don't know anything. I swear. No, I don't know. Sorry, I don't know what more to say, but I can't help you. My apologies, Mr. Sawit, but considering that the incident occurred right here in the prison, I find it very hard to believe that you know nothing at all. Oh, well, yes, I suppose I can see how it might seem unlikely, but it's true. If you're looking for the person who found the body, you'll have to look elsewhere. Oh? The person who found the body, you say? Why do you think I'm looking for the person who found the body? I certainly never mentioned any such thing to you.
Got him. We got him. Destroyed.
Is it because you do know something you're not telling me after all?
Yeah.
No, I just sense that that's who you might be looking for. That's all. I'm simply a pet stylist in training. I don't know anything. Truly. There's no doubt about it now. This man is hiding something big. In which case, let's find out what he did yesterday. The day of the incident. Yay! My opponent is very good at hiding his true feelings, but not for long. It's time to smash that mask of his and see what lurks behind that phony smile. Day of the incident, go! Tell me about the day of the incident. If you really don't have anything to do with the murder, then you'll have nothing to hide, right? Well, the day of the incident? Oh gosh, I mean, so much happened. What were you doing? I want to know what you were doing, Mr. Sawit, in detail. I told you, I'm a pet stylist in training. And that's what I was doing yesterday. Training. Specifically, I was giving the animals a trim. You didn't notice any commotion at the time of the incident. I would imagine things were suddenly quite tumultuous around here. Well, commotion, you say? No, not really. Maybe I heard someone, but... Ooh. Were they screaming? You heard someone? Was this someone screaming by any chance? And don't try to tell me you don't remember. You continue to assert that you know nothing about the incident, Mr. Sawit, but I'm afraid I don't believe a word of it. No, I thought I heard someone yelling, but I don't really remember. Oh my gosh. The fact that he heard a scream at the time of the murder may well prove to be a useful clue. Hey, we got the clue. I would do well to bear it in mind. Okay. Tell me about the day of the incident. We did this. How were things in the prison? What was it like here in the prison yesterday morning? I really don't remember. I don't have the best memory, I'm afraid. Time to deploy my clue. Hey! Clue! You said you heard a scream! You don't remember? Please. You literally just confirmed that you heard a scream.
Got him.
Oh, but I might have been mistaken. The truth is, I really don't remember. Your memory fails you yet again. How convenient. But I know you're lying, Mr. Sawit. How dare you talk to me like... I mean, I'm not lying.
Me? Lie? Teehee?
By my time? Look, if you must know, when I'm working with the animals and I get into the zone, they're all I see. Am I to understand you have something of a talent for animal grooming, then? Well, my scissor technique could use a little work, but... I'd say I'm quite good with the animals. They seem to like me. I'm especially good at calming them down when they get scared. Scared? And when exactly do they get scared? Surely it doesn't happen very often. Well, that's... No, thankfully it doesn't. Did you give them a fright? Scream would certainly frighten... Yeah, scream would frighten them. A loud scream would certainly frighten the animals, wouldn't it? Why are you going to such lengths to deny having heard the scream? What is it you're hiding, Mr. Sawit? Tell me. Yeah. I can assure you I'm not hiding anything. I'll admit I did really hear someone scream. But I'm not hiding anything. I promise. The mask is finally beginning to crack. Now to shatter it completely by asking about the scream itself in more detail. Okay. I'm afraid you're about to learn a painful lesson, Mr. Sawit. That hiding things from me never ends well for my opponent. When did you hear the scream? When, yeah. When did you hear this scream? I feel like if we ask who, he's just not gonna give us an answer. At all. Oh, wait, now I remember. I forgot about the show. They put on a show for us prisoners around the time of the incident, you see. Yes, performing animals, if I remember rightly. That's where I was in the morning. So now you wish to claim that you didn't hear a scream because you were at the show? You do realize that goes completely against everything you told me so far. And what are you gonna do about it, huh? That is, my memory is patchy, as they say. I don't think any of those are helpful. The animal show really had to be seen to be believed. It did it? Tell me, what kind of animals did you see? Let me think. A whale? Yeah, he's lying. You're not. Enough of your lies. You were nowhere near the show, were you? Yeah. Well, I seem to remember being there, but maybe I was, maybe I wasn't. What? What? It's clear Mr. Sawit wasn't at the show. This feels like a vital clue. Okay. So, who did you hear scream? Who did you hear screaming? Wait, I just realized I've made a mistake. When the incident happened, I was out in the yard. Yes. So, I didn't hear anyone screaming. No one at all. Time to deploy my clue. You weren't at any show. How long are you planning to keep up all these lies? I already know that you weren't at the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. The game's up, Mr. Sawit. It's high time you told me the truth. I demand to know about this scream. Now. I can't tell you what I don't know. I didn't hear any scream. Not from the person who found the body.
Got him.
It wasn't the victim who screamed? How curious. Most people would assume that the scream had come from the victim. So then why do you think it came from the person who found the body?
Got him. It was him who screamed.
I made a mistake. That's all. How, Mr. Sawit? How did you know it was the person who found the body who screamed? It's, because you're the victim. That's hilarious. But no, you're the one that found the body. Shall I tell you? You knew because it was you who found the body. And the scream that was heard when the incident occurred didn't come from the victim. It came from you. Boom. Yeah. How did you... It's true. I admit it. But what gives you the right to treat people like this? Checkmate. Boom.
Got him.
Now that we've established that you were the one who found the body, Mr. Sawit, I believe you have lost any standing you might have had to withhold your cooperation. All right, you win. But I'm sure I won't have anything useful to tell you. It probably isn't even worth your time. Okay, that's not for you to decide. By my hand, the truth will be revealed. Every decision I make is to ensure that end.
Except, that's not exactly what we're here to do, is it?
What do you mean?
We're not trying to expose the truth, we're trying to save Simeon. That's what we do now, remember? We work to get our client out of trouble. We're like defense attorneys. We're like defense attorneys.
Yeah, I called that. Oops.
Not as a prosecutor, but as a defense attorney's assistant.
What the K-Meister said. You need to listen to the kid more, you know? The client has requested the services of Edgeworth & Co. And as your old man always said, your relationship with your client comes before everything else. So if you think Mr. Saint's well-being is taking a back seat to some quest for the truth, well, let's just say I don't like to fire people, so I need you to fight against your instincts a little harder, yeah? This will take some getting used to. In any case, the importance of this man's testimony remains unchanged. Therefore, Mr. Sawit, I'm asking once more, what happened when you found the body?
Finding the corpse.
I was in that workshop there by myself, practicing what I'd learned. I don't remember how, but I found myself in front of the door to the other workshop. I happened to peek in through the little window, and then I saw him lying there. A man, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself screaming in sheer terror. Let me get this straight. The room you were in is next to the one where the corpse was found? Yes, that's right. I was in workshop B. And you were there the whole day. Yes, from the 7 a.m. roll call onwards. There are 3 roll calls a day, you see. 7 a.m., noon, and 9 p.m. And they check who's in the workshops during roll call, correct? That's right. Nothing was reported to be amiss at 7 a.m., which means that Knight's body wasn't in the workshop yet at that point in time. Held 3 times a day, 7 a.m., noon, and 9 p.m., the victim's body had not been found at the time of that 7 a.m. roll call. Guess that means the murder took place after 7 a.m.
Which puts it right around the time the show was happening.
Yes, the show. I remember the other prisoners going to see it. And therefore, anybody who wasn't at the show has no alibi. Would that be a fair assessment, Mr. Sawit? I guess so, but I only found the body, I swear. There's a clear contradiction in Mr. Sawit's testimony. Rooting it out should be my first priority. Okay, so there's a contradiction. What do we got? Something with the doors, probably, right? Yeah. Prisoners are not allowed to move about freely. Okay, yeah. How did he get in workshop B then? Enough of these pathetic lies, Mr. Sot. I'm afraid you've rather lost sight of what you are. What I am? Oh gosh, he saw right through me. I know precisely what I am. I'm a former newspaper salesman who's training to be a pet stylist. Of course.
Hold it!
But that's not all you are, is it? Or did you forget the bracelet you wear around your wrist? A bracelet that marks you as a prisoner, and therefore unable to move around as you please. As we both know, stepping outside that door would have sounded an alarm. Well, but there's no way you could have looked into the other workshop without leaving the room you were in. Gah! Hoo-wee, stylishly done, Edgeworth.
But doesn't this mean that Mr. Sot couldn't have found the body then?
Good question, Kay. Perhaps Mr. Sot himself can explain. So, actually, I may have forgotten to mention one very important detail. Sorry about that. I can explain exactly how I was able to see the body, if you like. By all means, go ahead. Let's see what he's got. Finding the corpse. There's a little trick we prisoners know about, you see. As long as you leave your bracelet inside the door, you can lean out without triggering the alarm. That's how I was able to peek through the window and into the workshop next door. Inside, I spotted the victim's dead body, which made me scream in fright. Why would he peek through, though? Like, why would he look? So he's saying he was able to take a look next door because he had kept his arm inside Workshop B as he leaned out. Please don't tell anyone about our little trick, especially not the guards. Please? Is this it? Is this all he was hiding? I'd better dig a little deeper into his testimony, just in case. No badge, you see. Keep your bracelet inside the door. You can lean out without triggering the alarm. And so I was able to peek through the window and look into the workshop. Okay, but why?
Hold it!
Yeah. Why did you make so much of an effort just to take a look? Well, you see, I heard noises coming from next door, and that room was supposed to be empty, so I thought it was strange. And you went to look as soon as you heard these noises? Yes, of course. I had to see what was going on, so I went right away. I see. Are there any problems with what Mr. Sot just said? Yar, there is. You claimed you looked into the next room as you heard some noise. If that's the case, you must have seen more than just the dead body. Because the person who made the noises should have been in there too. You've got him quacking. You've got him quacking in his boots.
You've got him quaking in his boots, Mr. Edgeworth.
Mr. Sot, tell us the truth about what you saw. You do, of course, have the right to remain silent, but it would do little to dispel the notion that you were somehow involved in this crime. I'm sorry. I did see something else, but it's too insane to believe. I really thought I might have dreamt it. That's why I wasn't sure if I should mention it. What? What is he going to say? Just tell us what you saw. Alright. It was that dog. Oh, the dog's becoming relevant. And what I saw is the stuff of nightmares. That huge black dog had sunk his terrible teeth into the victim's throat. Oh. Interesting. I wonder, obviously, the dog's not gonna be the one who did it. I'm assuming the dog was, like, being helpful or something here, or trying to help, or... But very interesting. What did you just say? It was hellish, utterly hellish. That beast, That awful beast. He killed him.
Suddenly I don't feel so good.
Jeepers creepers is how you respond to that. Okay. Jeepers creepers, that's awful. Talk about traumatizing. It was dreadful. Horrible. Now you know why I couldn't help but scream. So there's a man-eating dog in the prison's animal population, is there? Salt claims I've seen this dog biting the victim's throat. He doesn't seem to like me very much. And that really is everything. I promise you believe me. I promise. You believe me, don't you? For now. This one seems too far-fetched to lie, even for you. I'd like you to append what you just told us to your testimony, if you don't mind. Oh, we're still going. Very well. Inside, I spotted the victim's dead body, which made me scream in fright. I also saw that black dog, his mouth clamped tight around that man's throat. Instantly killed by a stab wound to the throat. The body is covered in dirt. There's also a small cut on his scalp where he suffered a blow to the head. Yeah, he got hit in the head as well.
Hold it!
You're sure this black dog was biting the victim's throat? Yes, there was blood everywhere. The beast's mouth was dripping with it, and... Whoa, spare us the gory details, will ya? What about the victim? Was he...
Don't say it, don't say it. Do you really need to ask him that, Mr. Edgeworth?
Okay. Okay. What was that punch for? I'm on your side here. He wasn't moving at all. He was just laying there. Lying there. Meaning he was already dead. There was so much blood just oozing from his neck. Oh, he was dead as a doornail. I'm sure of that. Not even a twitch of the finger. Just lifeless. Enough already. Why do you have to go into every little detail like that? To give you a nice and accurate testimony, that is what you want, isn't it? Shall I add what I've said to my testimony, Mr. Edgeworth? Please do. It was awful, I tell you. Terrible. Oh, he was dead as a doornail, I'm sure of that. Not even a twitch of the finger, just lifeless. I remember seeing his ring gleaming as it caught the light. It featured a snowflake motif in relief. How? Why? How would you see the ring? How would you see the ring? How would you see it?
Objection!
A ring with a snowflake relief? Yes, I saw it clear as day. It was carved in such fine detail. Interesting. Your testimony is certainly very accurate. In fact, I'd say it's just a little too accurate. And what's wrong with being too accurate? I mean this. You testified to having seen a ring with a snowflake design on it. He was definitely in the room. And that's why the glove's there. It was definitely his glove. And while the victim did indeed have a ring on his finger, see, exactly as I said, there is no way you could have seen it. Take a look at this photograph. Oh, saw it. You never learn, do you, about giving too much details. As you can see, the victim's right hand was covered by a tarp. It would have been impossible for you to have seen his ring, let alone what design was on it. Unless, that is, you approached the body and removed the sheet. You told us earlier you only took a look through the window in the door. You do seem to have seen quite a lot from such a disadvantaged location, Mr. Sawit. Who the heck do you think you are, huh? Mr. Big Shot acting like you know it all. I mean, I saw what I saw, I swear. Oh, I know. That man's arm. It must have moved under the tarp after I peeked in. How? You said he was dead.
Objection!
Nonsense. You already told us that can't have been the case. He wasn't moving at all. He was just lying there. Meaning he was already dead. You said it yourself that the victim was already dead. And dead men don't move, do they? Ooh-wee, is that the stench of the desperation I smell? What are you hiding, Mr. Sot? Tell us. I killed that guy. I wanted his ring, but it was stuck to his finger. No, you're wrong. I know what I saw. Gah! Oh my god, he did it! He did it! You couldn't let it go, could you? Had to keep on poking and prodding. You slimy two-bit associate attorney! Nice. It seems the real Mr. Sod has finally revealed himself. Whoa, that's quite the rug he was rocking. Came straight at you like some kind of flying black cat. Look, I'm just a sweet, innocent witness here. But are you really? Because I must say, I have doubts. Very serious doubts. What's that supposed to mean? You saw something that should have been impossible to see from outside the workshop. So how did you do it? That's simple. Mr. Sod, this is where you were standing when you saw the body. Yeah, he was definitely in Workshop A. You were in the same room as the body. That's the only way you could have seen the relief on the ring. So what you want, but you don't have... So, say what you want, but you don't have a shred of evidence, do you? Nothing to prove I was in the room with the body. Anyway, you were in the room where it happened, Mr. Sod. You can't prove it, can you? Because I was in the next room over, minding my own business and looking after the animals. Oh, why else would I have signed out on a pair... Why else would I have signed out a pair of rubber gloves? For fun? Now put up... Or shut up. I want to see evidence that proves that I was in the room with the body. Okay.
Take that!
The gloves you just pointed out? Remind me, Mr. Sod, what were you doing when you discovered the body? How many times do I was practicing my pet styling techniques. Of course. Then perhaps this rubber glove might mean something to you? This glove was found by the victim's body. I believe it was dropped by the killer. And I can't help but notice that you have a similar glove tucked into your apron. No, this one's different. Yes, that one does seem awfully lonely, doesn't it? It's just a rubber glove. There are hundreds of them all over the prison. This doesn't prove anything. Uh-huh. Sure.
Objection!
Not yet, perhaps. But if I were to ask the police to check this glove for prints, I have a feeling the results would be rather fascinating. Ay. No. Ah. It's over.
Objection!
Who just objectioned me? What the? Oh. That was a pretty rad objection, am I right? Please, Fender, now is not the time for tomfoolery. But I have a legit objection, because this isn't over. There's something that still doesn't make sense. Our man here's a prisoner, right? And he's got one of those bracelet doohickeys on.
That's true. So how could he have left his workshop in the first place? His bracelet would have triggered the alarm if he tried.
Right, we don't have a good explanation for that yet. Well, anything you'd like to share, good buddy? We're all friends here. That's weird. He should be clinging onto that bracelet like the big round lifesaver it is.
In what way?
As in, it's the best hope our wig-flinging friend here has for getting off the hook for murder. Sorry, can't get into the crime scene without a bracelet on. Sorry, can't get into the crime scene with a bracelet on. If it was me, I'd be arguing that for my life. Yet, he hasn't said a peep about it. Wonder why that might be, Ooh. Sound of silence. I suppose Miss Law Priestess did preach that silence is golden yesterday, too.
Whoa, you sounded like an actual attorney for a second there, Mr. Fender. Wow, you actually did your job.
The worst of times are when lawyers calmly show our biggest smiles. Oh! Don't you say those forbidden words. Gregory taught you that? Gregory taught me that. It was part of the attorney's code he lived by. So, friend, what's the dealio? Why so coy about your bracelet? Well, to tell you the truth, it's broken. Pfft. Nice. Broken. I fell over a little while back, you see, and hit it on the floor. After that, it didn't seem to set the sensors off anymore. I should have told the guards about it, I know, but, well, it was awfully convenient. I see. So your bracelet is broken. But do they really break that easily? If so, then this prison has a serious security problem. You think that's something they would test? You there, could we have a moment? Oh, aren't you just the cutest? Ahem. Meow! How can I help you, sir? This prisoner's bracelet appears to be broken. What? Really? That's not good. I'll get somebody to find a replacement right away. Thank you. We'll keep hold of the broken one for the time being. So its bracelet wasn't working at the time of the incident and could not be detected by the sensors. Of course, sir. I trust you'll take good care of it. Okay. Sweet. Bracelet sorted. Now to turn our murderer in, yeah? What? No, I didn't kill anybody. He still has the bracelet on. Whoa there, Palio. You were the one who said your bracelet was out of commission. Or were there other inmates freely roaming the halls while everybody was busy watching the show? No, I just found the body. That's all. I promise. And when I did, the enormous dog still had his mouth wrapped around the poor man's neck. I only went into the workshop after the beast had left. And why did you go in? Well, oh, fine. I wanted to go through his pockets, okay? Yeah, that makes sense. He was going to rob the corpse? I believe him. That explains why he remembers Knight's rings in so much detail. Why didn't he... I think he would have taken it, though.
Hey, why are you looking at me like that? I'm a great thief. I never stoop so low as to steal from a...
Well, I didn't steal anything either. The show ended just after I entered the room, and all the other inmates came trickling downstairs thereafter. I panicked, rushed back to the other workshop, and started my fake screaming. And dropped the glove in your haste, huh? Found a workshop bag used by Sod when he was doing his animal styling training, same with blood and mud. I guess this all just about hangs together. Anything smell funky to you, Miles? Other than whether Mr. Sod is the one who did it, I'd say one very significant question still remains. The question of how Knight made it into the prison proper from his holding cell in the detention center. Whew, yeah, that one's a doozy. I also can't help but wonder about another key feature of Mr. Sod's testimony. And the dog's involvement can only mean one thing. Mr. Sod? Yes, what is it? Were you the only prisoner who didn't go to watch the show? Well, no, and there was one other who didn't. Am I right in thinking that this person couldn't have watched the show even if he wanted to? Yes. How did you... I knew it. I had my suspicions when we first ran into the black dog yesterday, but this confirms it. For a criminal that dangerous to end up in a place like this is unbelievable, but... Where is this person's cell? You're gonna see... him? Ooh.
Who are we talking about here?
Him. He's not like the other prisoners, you know. He's special. Gets treated like royalty. But you didn't hear that from me. All I'll say is, if you value your life, you'll stay well away from him.
What? Will you please stop trying to scare us all the time?
The big cheese, huh? Well, I for one definitely value my life, so that sucks. Oh my gosh, I love him. They keep him in maximum security. which is over there. Oh, of course, just over there. Maximum security. Well, that's certainly one way of treating someone differently. A map of the facility, including the detention center and prison proper.
Alright, quit being so mysterious and tell us who he is already.
Let's just say he's highly skilled when it comes to people's lives. Better than anyone, in fact. And that's all I'm prepared to say on the subject. In fact, I may have already said too much. I'm so curious. Well, Milesy. Oh, that's Eddie. Well, Milesy, anything you care to say? Or are you gonna leave Kay and I in the dark here too? The mystery man in maximum security is an old acquaintance. Ooh. Let's go pay him a visit. I suspect we'll find our dark canine friend there too. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Ooh. Maximum security is 1 cell. That's crazy.
Wow, it's pitch black in there. I can't see a thing.
But didn't you say that the Yatagarasu takes flight even in the dead of night or something?
Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight, one alone soars to shine the light of righteousness on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I am the great thief Yatagarasu.
Whoa, you're one powerful performer.
Thanks, but that doesn't help me see in the dark. I'm a human, not a three-legged raven.
Ooh, it's the puppy. They just ran! The dog is speaking. Mr. Edgeworth. That voice. I knew it. It's me, the dog. It has been far too long. You remember me? I could hardly forget now, could I? After all, you are the one who put me away.
Mr. Edgeworth, are you talking to that dog?
Or is there someone else in there? Still can't see a danged thing. Oh, but I am forgetting myself. Forgive me, I do not often receive visitors. One moment, I will turn on the lights. Who is this guy? Ooh. You are a heavy-footed lot. Am I right in thinking there are 3 of you in all? Oh, he's blind. I figured he was. Very well. Perhaps we should start by introducing ourselves. I know there's a pun in there somewhere. I can feel it. That name has so much punness in it. And body? Something about body. Body Dharma. Canis. I don't know. I can't figure it out. Body. Bodhidharma. Bodhidharma Canis. As you may have gathered, Mr. Edgeworth and I are old acquaintances. Canis was a notorious assassin. Some knew him as the Blind Butcher. Oh, so he's had the dog. I thought he got it in prison. His only weapons were a vicious hunting hound and a fearsomely sharp knife. Oh, interesting. His appearance was always announced by the sound of bells. The last sound his victims would ever hear. Damn. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, am I to guess why you have come to see me? You know why I'm here. In fact, I'm willing to bet you know every detail of this sordid little affair already. Then I suppose we have nothing to hide from one another. Aw. Aw.
But the little puppy, the little baby puppy.
Suspicion of murder. Your faithful canine friend is currently the chief suspect in a murder investigation. The person who found the body saw a dog with its mouth around the victim's throat. Your witness is mistaken. Helmut is a gentle soul. He is my eyes, nothing more. I believe him. Yo, he's got a chessboard! Everyone playing chess. It is absurd to think that he would do such a thing, isn't it, boy? Yes it is. You are a good boy, aren't you? Oh, I believe him. Helmut is more than a mere seeing eye dog. He's certainly no good boy. He's also a trained killer. A weapon once used in this man's sordid trade. This witness of yours, he is trustworthy, I assume? Sartre is anything but trustworthy. He's still very much a suspect himself. I can hardly claim that his testimony is beyond reproach. No, then. I thought as much. Yes, I did, Helmut. Yes. It figures that he already knew who our witness is. What's your alibi, bucko? What were you doing between 8 and 10 a.m. yesterday morning, Mr. Canis? During the show, you mean? I was here, ensconced in these humble surroundings. I have developed a passion for wood carving, you see. An obsession, even. I was engrossed in it all morning. And you have permission to engage in such a hobby? Can't believe someone would actually let you. Yeah, that's crazy that the guy in maximum security is allowed wood carving tools. The warden and I have an understanding. An understanding? That's ridiculous. This man shouldn't be allowed 1, let alone 5 chisels. They're nothing but lethal weapons in his hands. I was carving Buddhist pieces at first, but by the 674th, my interest had begun to wane.
Whoa, that must have taken forever.
Time is all I have, child. In any case, my focus has now shifted to pieces such as these. I didn't know you played chess. You play too, do you not, Prosecutor? Perhaps one day you might indulge me. Though you may find my game rather rudimentary. I only began after my arrival here, I'm afraid. What's that piece? A dog with 3 heads? Cerberus! Ah yes, the dogs of war. You must forgive my little joke. Chess is, after all, a game of war. Soldiers, knights, castles, all doing their utmost to protect the king, all loyal to the last. I've always thought it strange that such a game has no place for a dog. After all, what more loyal weapon could an army call upon? Still, it's simply a piece I made for fun. Fear not, I play by the regular rules and with the regular pieces. I can't imagine it's easy finding opponents to play here in prison, though. Oh, I have my correspondence. I play with the dog. Correspondence chess, then? Sharing moves by post? Yes, even prisoners are allowed to send and receive letters. Their contents are inspected, of course. Although I have yet to receive the details of my current opponent's next move. That's crazy. Playing chess over letters. Carver from Lecanis, it also seems to be engaged in correspondence chess via postal mail. Interesting. Sounds like this current opponent isn't a resident here. I suppose you know the oh no. I suppose you know the identity of the deceased, Mr. Canis? His name was Bronco Knight, was it not? Poor, unfortunate soul. I'm wondering if he... I'm starting to think maybe he might have been involved with this murder. I have a feeling that he might have been the assassin. And then we're gonna have to figure out who it was that hired him. Because he's sending letters about chess, and this guy's last name was Knight? Like, come on. Poor unfortunate soul. You keep your ear to the ground. My ears are all I have, Mr. Edgeworth. Why am I not surprised that he's plugged into the prison's information network? But perhaps he was not so unfortunate after all. What do you mean? Mr. Knight's crime was a grave one. A crime for which he would have been made to pay dearly anyway. The attempted assassination of a president. That is no small matter. Ah. So his actions pissed someone off. Attempted assassination.
Wait, Mr. Edgeworth, didn't Mr. Knight...
Yes, we proved that he murdered his team leader, and that there was no attempt on the president's life. Could it be... Are they attempting to cover up President Wang's fake assassination scheme? Oh, interesting. Whoa, whoa, whoa there, cowboy. You're saying the Bronxster didn't actually have a pop at the prez? I was hard to defend him on the charge of attempted murder.
You mean, you don't know what really happened?
Ooh, they're covering it up. Oh, that's interesting.
So what, they just blamed the whole assassination thing on Mr. Knight?
It would explain why the committee was so keen to get involved. Oh.
Of course, they took you off the case to try and keep you away.
And swapped in that... Okay, he actually called him that. That's funny. I thought I was misreading it. And swapped in that wiener kid to push through an attempted murder charge.
In other words, they're trying to cover up the truth.
Oh. So they really were trying to frame him. According to the guards, this night, was it? They tell me he was violently insistent that he had attempted no assassination. Which would have come out anyway when the case went to trial. I am no expert in legal matters, but allow me to say this one thing. I know for a certainty that he would not have been the first inmate imprisoned on false pretenses. An uncomfortable fact, but a fact nonetheless. Yes, Helmet. Yes, it is. Yes. The courtroom is not always the bastion of truth you believe it to be, Mr. Edgeworth. No bastion of truth, huh? I've heard something to that effect before. Yes, from a certain Interpol agent who doesn't have much faith in prosecutors. Hey! Lang! My beloved. You're not twisting the truth behind those closed courtroom doors too, are ya? Fueled by that kind of thinking, is it any wonder that courts produce nothing but falsities and lies? Sorry, but the truth doesn't need the likes of you to distort it today. I never was able to fully dispel his mistrust of prosecutors. Even Helmet understands. Don't you, Helmet? Yes, you do. The truth's revealed in court in your deductions. It is dangerous to trust either implicitly. But I am not bitter. You are not the first to make me a subject of unfounded suspicions in recent days. In fact, I was visited by another prosecutor only yesterday. He was accompanied by a judge. They even dragged the warden along, her distaste for me lingering unspoken in the air.
Not those two again.
Prosecutor Wither? That's a new one. Prosecutor Winner and Judge Gavel. They went over my cell was a fine-tooth comb, but they left empty-handed. They were looking for the murder weapon, I believe, to no avail. But I mustn't take it personally. Rumor has it that they searched every cell in the prison. And still failed to find what they were looking for. I pray they weren't too disappointed. Prison search data jotted down in my organizer. Well, that posed more questions than it answered. What do we do now? Saad's testimony is flimsy at best. I'll need more proper evidence if I want to take Kanice on. Well, I think that's quite enough chit-chat for one day. Helmet will show you out. Good boy, Helmet. Go on now. One sec, gamers. He's not showing us out permanently, right?
Let's get out of here. Come on.
Oh, jeez. Until next time, Mr. Kanice. It does pain me that our brief time must end, just as we were becoming reacquainted. I await your return, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, see ya. Peace. Bow, 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 bow. March 28th.
Oh, that's 1 month ago. Wowee.
Prison corridor. Okay. Now to gather the evidence I need to bolster my case.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth.
That's the best hiding spot she could find. It's alright, Kay. You can come down now. Where's Fender?
He ran off somewhere. I had no idea he could move so fast.
Fender, Fender, Fender.
So, what do we do now?
You and I will continue the investigation. And I know just where to start. By solving that one particular mystery that has been dogging us this whole time. Knight's body was found in one of the prison workshops. But he was presumably being detained in one of the detention center's holding cells. So how did he wind up on the other side of one of those heavy security doors? Let's start by investigating the holding cells.
And Mr. Knight's room, right? But, what about Mr. Fender?
I'm sure he'll find us when he's ready.
Sure, but he is kind of our boss, isn't he? Oh well.
The victim's cell is just over there.
Lead the way, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, she's gonna walk for me. I have just about had it. Who's that? Oh. Warden Laguard. She must have come from the corridor marked no entry. He's still not talking, ma'am? Even with the evidence you borrowed from the precinct? No, and I've tried so many times I've lost count. What am I supposed to do? I can't send in a blank report. I guess a killer for hire was always going to be a tough nut to crack. A killer for hire? Oh. I couldn't help overhearing Warden Laguard, but were you just talking about... Body Dharma Canis. My, you were listening? How very gouache of you. A girl's privacy is her armor, you know. Do you normally conduct interrogations of the man yourself? Oh, it's not just him, darling. I try to have the occasional tete-a-tete with everyone, you see. That's what it means to be a member of the family in this little home of ours. There isn't a person who hasn't made the pilgrimage to my office at least once. Your office? Sweet. He's angling for an invite. Well, I suppose it is the hottest ticket in town. It's down this corridor here, darling. But FYI, I don't let anybody wander in willy-nilly. Let's see, that would put it right around here. It's a wonderful room, if I do say so myself. All my guests rave about it. But who wouldn't want a view of my fabulous garden in the yard? Ooh la la.
The yard? If it's anything like the rest of this place, it's probably full of adorable animals, right? Can I see?
Let's go. Oh, darling, it's so sweet of you to take an interest, but I'm afraid that's just not possible.
Why not?
Because you're not a member of our home. If you want to see it that badly, you just have to get convicted for doing something unspeakable. Don't tell her that, she'll do it. That's a rather steep price to pay. Oh, but just listen to me, chattering away like there's no tomorrow. It's time for Allie's lunchy brunch. The poor dear will be dying. Allie? The sweetest little dear in all the world. Oh, literally a deer. I know I shouldn't have favorites, but you know how it is. Now to the yard with me. Ciao for now, darlings. Okay, bye. I wanted to ask her more about Camise, but she dominated the conversation from start to finish. Let's go investigate the victim's cell, shall we?
Victim cell.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Investigating the holding cell.
Well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the stream. We're gonna send you off on a little raid. Let's send you to this person. Why not? Thank you guys for joining me. It's been fun. It's been a blast. And I'll see you guys next time. Hold on. I always forget that I have an ending screen. Thank you guys for being here. It is so much fun.
I love this game. I'm very interested where not just this case is going, but where the whole story is going. It's very, very fun so far.
Thank you guys for joining me.
Go send some love over to Sky Panther.
And I'll see you guys next time.
Sending you off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye bye.